York is Andrij Dobriansky, who's from the Ukrainian Congress Committee of America, listening in on that, which you're obviously free to comment on. But I also want to go back to what Robert started with, which was we're going to see this summit or meeting, Putin and Trump and Zelenskyy, or some combination of the three?
All signs point to no, but thanks to Robert for pointing out the women. By definition, women in serving in combat are all volunteer units. There are over 5,000 women. These are people who volunteer. They're not conscripted, and over 1,000 of them are serving on the front line. Women as old as 52, grandmothers picking up rifles to fight for Ukraine. It's an incredible story of what's happening in Ukraine.
Now, when you say all signs point to no, it's because you don't think Putin's going to show at the end of the day? It's not going to happen? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we haven't had anything from Putin. You know, you're really negotiating with a terrorist state here. Other countries, you can say, listen, can you do like a 36-hour, 72-hour, we'll do a ceasefire, and we can agree that we're going to meet together in a certain place. That's not something Putin has shown. As Robert mentioned, attacks on Ukraine have increased. You mentioned the drone attacks. 27,000 pieces of munitions in the first 6 months of this year, 11,000 at the end of 2024.
Yeah.
They're going forward. And Putin, as he demonstrated in Istanbul, he's not interested in flying out somewhere and meeting with Trump.
Yeah, that didn't come to fruition. Now, if it did, hypothetically, structure-wise, would it matter? What would be more advantageous either for Ukraine or make peace a greater likelihood? Is it like an all three get together? Is it Trump meets with each separately, and then they meet together? I mean, is there a structure that would work in this?
Here are the three variables people should realize. One, President Putin has repeatedly said he doesn't recognize President Zelenskyy. So he's going to have to rhetorically figure out how he's meeting with a leader of a country he doesn't recognize as the leader of that country.
Right.
Number two, the Rome Statute. Many countries around the world are signatories to that, including, this means arrest warrant for Putin. UAE is a Rome Statute signatory. So I would say Saudi Arabia, if you're talking about the Middle East, or Turkey, which has had it on the table. Both are options for a meet. The third one is President Trump, art of the deal, maximum pressure. We are not at the maximum pressure state yet. So whether those sanctions come in tomorrow, the deadline, but we're talking sanctions, we're talking offensive strike capabilities for Ukraine. Right. Get those to Ukraine before you sit down with President Putin.
Let's talk about Trump a little bit, because there's been, rhetorically at least, a different Trump in recent weeks in terms of how he talks about this war. Here's the State Department spokesperson, even today, speaking about how the president feels about things. Watch.
The president has described how he's been disappointed in the actions that we have seen from Russia over recent weeks. He's talked about seeing actions, not just words. He's described that himself. So this is not a question of trust per se. This is a question of seeing actions to match up the words, but also is indicative of the commitment that we have made clear from the beginning of this administration, that we stand ready to aid in the pursuit of peace.
So I know you and many others who represent the interests of Ukraine were frustrated with some of the things Trump said in the past. Is it different now, and does it matter?
Absolutely, it's different, especially the words that are coming out from all the government agencies. State Department, you just mentioned. At the United Nations last week, United States Special Representative just excoriated people for the fact that these people are dying, especially the attack on Kyiv on the 31st of July.
Yeah.
And they went after China hard, with China sitting right there. They said, we know you're attacking Ukraine. We know you're giving them, Russia, the chips for their drones, and called out China directly. This is happening to India for buying all the oil.
The India thing was going up to 50%. If he sticks to that, that's a big move on tariffs. They're number 2 behind China buying up the oil.
There is a difference between 50% and what Lindsey Graham and Senator Blumenthal are saying, which is 500%, and they want that to start right away. So Trump is still easing into it.
You think more tomorrow? The hammer comes down?
Well, the State Department could not confirm anything. They were saying it's a complete hypothetical to think about tomorrow at all. So unless we hear from the White House, that's one thing. But go back to art of the deal. Maximum pressure first, then you meet with the person in the room. And Trump has yet to go all the way up to maximum pressure.
All right, so you think there's a ways to go before we have a summit. Andrij, good to see you. Andrij Dobriansky talking about Ukraine with us, as he has many times.